What is going on, Savage Life family? Today we're going to be talking about things you must know when investing with margin on Robinhood. It's going to be some quick and easy tips to get right down to the point. I had a previous video that explained how to profit with margins, and this might answer a lot of your questions if you are coming from that video. So before we do, be sure to smash that like, subscribe, and comment down below, of course, to join the Savage Life family. We are out. We are back. Now, when borrowing margin, your portfolio is used as collateral. So in the case your margin call is not answered, if you buy into a company with margin and that company plummets, you will receive a margin call, meaning you have to deposit more money or sell like the remainder of your portfolio to cover the margin losses. And the allotted time, which is usually 2 to 5 days, depending on the extremity of the situation. If not, they will go ahead and do it for you. It will lock your account, then the shares on your account will be sold, with the money being returned to the borrower, which of course is Robinhood lending you the money. And if the shares don't cover it, they will be taking the rest from your buying power, not including the remaining margin. Let's say your $2,000 that you have within a company drops to $800, you will be receiving a margin call depending on the maintenance margin percentage. And if it is not answered within the allotted times, they will go ahead and sell those shares at a loss, and they will take all of the money made from selling those shares. And if that does not cover the losses, they will go ahead and sell more shares of your portfolio and get their money one way or another. Either if it's out your buying power, selling more shares. Just know these guys are like loan sharks, ladies and gentlemen, and they will come after you. Now, margin can only be used once you've used up your cash, meaning if you have $2,000 and you've only used $1,800, and let's say you decide to buy a share that's $201, it will use the remainder of your $200 of cash and then use $1 of margin. It's not, oh, I want to use $100 of margin, $100 of my cash. It doesn't work that way. You have to burn through your cash first to burn through your margin. Now, for those of you who don't know, Robinhood matches your margin 2 to 1. So if you have $5K in your portfolio, they match the margin with another $5K, meaning in total you will have $10K in buying power for your trades, which could be very powerful depending on how you use it. Now, depending on the volatility of the stock, meaning how fast it is fluctuate due to the volume of trades going on. Like, of course, Tesla, everyone knows about it. Everyone's freaking out about it. So there is an insane amount of trades going on. That's why the price jumps up one day, goes down the other day. In hours, it jumps up and down, and it moves a big amount. So with that big amount, there is a lot of uncertainty where the stock is heading. No one can predict it in the short term. So since it is more volatile, it is less safe. So the less volatile, the more percentage of the margin you can use, due to it being safer for both them and you. Now, when clicking on buying power available, you will be able to see the initial margin and the maintenance margin. The initial margin is the percentage of the purchase price that is covered by cash or collateral. Now, the most important thing you got to look at is the maintenance margin, which here is 60%. And it is the minimum amount of equity that an investor must maintain in the margin account after the purchase has been made. So let's say you use $5,000 of margin. The maintenance margin here for Tesla is 60%. So 60% of $5,000 is $3,000. So you would just calculate that. And if your equity by any chance drops beneath $3,000, you will be receiving a margin call. Like I stated before, meaning you have to deposit more funds or your shares will be sold for you at a loss. And big trouble, big trouble. Now, in order to pay off margin, you would simply sell your position in the company you bought into, hopefully at a win, of course. Or if you still want to keep the shares you're holding but you just want to pay off the margin so the interest stops accumulating, you simply deposit cash from your bank into your buying power to offset the amount borrowed. Remember, to use the margin, you have to burn through your cash first. So if you put more cash into the account, your positions will transfer. The cash from the buying power will cover the margin. So those are 3 to 4 tips I mentioned. I don't know if it was 3 or 4, but very, very important things before you get into margin. These are must know. So if you have any further questions, go ahead and drop it below in the comment sections and I will gladly answer it as soon as I can get to it. Now, if you enjoyed this video, smash that like and of course smash that subscribe button to join the Savage Life family for more tips, tricks, and info. On to the next one.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me